Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful that you are here. My name is Nikki and I use my clairaudient and channeling abilities to help people find the magic within. If you're new here, welcome. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos every week. Today, I will be collaborating on this video with 6 archangels. I received an inspired idea yesterday to channel some messages through Christmas jokes, and Archangel Ariel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Raguel, Archangel Raziel, Archangel Jophiel, and Archangel Sandalphon all step forward to collaborate on this video with me, and they have chosen a joke for each of your readings to put a smile on your face, to just help exude joy into whatever's going on in your life right now, to let you know that they are there with you. They love to see you smile. Laughter really does make the world go round, in addition to love. So down below, you will see a timestamp for each archangel. Please meditate on which archangel is resonating the most with you and click on the timestamp to go directly to your reading from there. Also, if any part of a message does not resonate, just know that message is not for you. Don't try to force something that does not fit. Only take what resonates and leave what does not. I am so excited to laugh with you, laugh with the angels, and tell some fun Christmas jokes and see what messages come through the cards for you. Let's jump into these readings. Hello to everyone who chose Archangel Ariel to tell you a Christmas joke. Let's see what Christmas joke Ariel chooses for you. Okay, let's pull 3 different cards from 3 different decks to accompany your joke and see what else Archangel Ariel would like to tell you right now. First, I will be using the Energy Oracle deck. Thank you, Archangel Ariel. What other messages do you have for everyone who chose you to tell a Christmas joke? Rest and rejuvenation. Next, I will pull a card from the Universe Has Your Back deck. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. And your final card will come from the Self-Love Affirmation deck. I am grateful for all the wonderful things in my world. I express gratitude to the universe often, knowing that my thoughts are heard and appreciated. Okay, so what I'm picking up on with your cards and the joke emphasizes an advent calendar. and the punchline being the days are numbered. So there's some type of worry here in regards to time. Ariel is showing me that you feel like you're running out of time with something right now, or you feel uncertain about what's going to transpire in the future. And that's why, with the joke, why is it getting harder to buy Advent calendars? Their days are numbered. This is just signifying Ariel telling me a fear of timing right now, a fear that time is running out, days being numbered, and just focusing so much on time. There's a big emphasis on time, and that is why the first card that came out was rest and rejuvenation. Ariel is saying that it is important for you to rest your mind, to rest your body, and to rest your spirit. And the key to letting go of timing is to do what you can to stay in the present moment right now. Because if we are jumping ahead to the future, that takes away from what is going on today. And it's hard to enjoy one's life if we can't stay present. So I'm going to place my hand on the rest and rejuvenation card and see what I can hear specifically from Archangel Ariel. What other messages do you have with this card, Ariel? Thank you. The first thing I heard was return to peace. Just a very peaceful presence, and I can feel Ariel here right now, and is very calming energy. And she said that just so soothing. Return to peace. And peace is in the present moment. And the action that we take in the present moment is actually what is creating our future. So whatever you're doing right now in the present moment, as long as you can return to peace and stay present, return to your breath, return to peace, everything will always be okay because you're focused on the present moment. Another thing that will help you return to the present moment and not worry about timing is to practice gratitude. That's why we have, I am grateful for all the wonderful things in my world. I express gratitude to the universe often, knowing that my thoughts are heard and appreciated. So in your present moment right now, just take a look around and look for the good. And when your eyes or mind or thoughts settle on something that brings you joy, say, I am so grateful for this thing in my life that exudes so much joy for me. This is something in my life that I truly appreciate and value, and it helps me to shift my perspective to more of the good in my life. And that will help you not worry about what's going on in the future so much. It brings you back to the present moment so you can enjoy life right now. And gratitude is a very, very high vibration. If we don't appreciate what we have right now, then the universe won't take us seriously. So once you start practicing gratitude on a daily basis for the good things in your life that you have right now that you love and adore, the universe is like, okay, they're grateful for what they have in their life right now. They're ready for me to give them more to be grateful for. So gratitude is very, very powerful. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So Ariel is emphasizing a need to surrender more, to let go of those worries, to let go of that anxiety. Now, I know it can be difficult to hear, well, just let go of your anxiety. If it were that easy, everyone would be doing it. But The thing of the matter is that every human being on this planet is so, so powerful. If everyone knew their power and stepped into it on a regular basis every single day and just surrendered those worries, knowing the power that they have, there wouldn't be any more anxiety. It would be a very peaceful world. And this is actually a world that we are moving into right now, because as a collective, the more we all do this together, the more we surrender together, we are ushering in a new state of being on the planet that is truly, truly powerful. And I can feel chills on my body as I say that. So the world that we are creating together, because we're learning more and more to return to that peace. We're learning to surrender. We're learning to let go of everything that no longer serves us. And we're also learning how to control our emotions. And it stems from not resisting them. The key to overcoming anxiety with everything, what Ariel is saying here is rest and rejuvenation, take a break, sit in meditation to get still with your thoughts if you have to. It's very, very powerful. Practice gratitude for what you have in your present moment right now. Surrender your worries, surrender your anxiety. And the way that you do that is by not resisting it, which is kind of like a reverse psychology trick of the mind. When you hear don't resist your anxiety, it's almost like, well, how do I do that? When you feel it come up, you allow yourself to feel it. The reason why it keeps perpetuating and keeps wanting to return to our lives is because of the resistance toward it. But once it comes up, if we can go, okay, I'm going to return to my breath. I feel this anxiety right now. Yes, I acknowledge it doesn't feel good, but for once, I'm not going to say I want to get rid of this. I want to just, how do I do that? That creates resistance and it makes it worse. So when you sit and you feel that anxiety, and you're like, okay, I'm allowing myself to feel it. What happens is a very powerful thing, because you're letting go of the resistance to the anxiety. It moves through you. The pain moves through you, and you master it. It's very, very powerful. I was diagnosed with anxiety in 2013, and this technique has proven very beneficial. So, rest and rejuvenation, meditation, surrendering your worries, allowing yourself to feel your emotions, whatever they are, not resisting any emotions, really letting yourself feel them, and practicing gratitude would be very powerful for an amazing paradigm shift in your reality right now. So those are your messages from Archangel Ariel. She hopes that you enjoyed the joke and your messages. If your reading resonated, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next video. Bye. Hello everyone who chose Archangel Uriel to tell you a Christmas joke. Let's see what Archangel Uriel's Christmas joke is for you. Okay, let's pull 3 different cards from 3 different decks. The first deck I will be using is the Energy Oracle deck. Thank you, Archangel Uriel. What other messages do you have that go along with your Christmas joke? The world. Next, we will be using the Universe Has Your Back deck. I surrender to a power greater than me. And the final message will come from the Self-Love Affirmation deck. Thank you, Uriel. What's your final message here? I release feelings of negativity and guilt. We create habits and problems to fulfill a need. When I can find a positive way to fulfill the need, I can release the problem. Okay, so with your cards here and with the messaging in the joke from Archangel Uriel, I'm being drawn to snowman and frosted flakes and ice krispies. Uriel is pointing out this cold energy, this coldness that it feels pretty difficult to handle at this time. And that's why Uriel pulled out the card, I release all feelings of negativity and guilt. So the negativity and guilt that you're feeling at this time, it is perpetuating a very cold type of emotion. And when we are in this energy, it can make us want to react to certain situations instead of respond. It can cause us to become really, really angry to the point where we can't control it. And on the back of this card, Uriel is saying we create habits and problems to fulfill a need. So any habits or problems in your life right now where you feel this negativity, where you feel this guilt about something, Uriel is saying that we create these situations in our life with our mind, our thoughts, our beliefs, our emotions, because we're trying to fill a need. But Uriel is saying that the key is when we can find a positive way to feel that need, we release the problem. So this cold energy, this cold energy of negativity and guilt that I feel very strongly around you, it can be changed by surrendering it, which we have I release it. So releasing is surrendering it, letting it go, surrendering to a power greater than you, knowing that you are held, you are supported, you are loved 100%. It is safe to let this go. It is safe to have a new perception about things, because everything in our life really is perception. If we are looking at things in our life and we're reacting negatively to them, and we only allow ourselves to see everything that is going wrong, that is what continues to be created, because guilt is a very powerful emotion. And when we know that our thoughts, our beliefs, and our emotions create our reality, if we keep feeling guilt, we're going to keep seeing situations in our life reflected back to us that keep perpetuating that guilt. But once you truly surrender it, once you really let go and you surrender it all, you see a very powerful shift in your reality. And humans actually have more control over their emotions than we give ourselves credit for. Whenever you're feeling this cold energy, this negativity, this guilt, the key is to look at what was created in your life and then ask yourself, what is a different decision that I could make? Because I'm seeing the same pattern over and over and over again. What would I have to believe is true to change my beliefs about this situation? And what decision could I make that is different than the decision that I have kept making. Because when we make the same decisions over and over, we get the same results. So take a look at your reality right now. What is causing this guilt? Allow yourself to sit with that and to really reflect on that. Because once you have a good understanding of that, you have inspired downloads and inspiration from your intuition that help you make a new decision to break out of that pattern. So, for example, if we are feeling guilty about something that we did in the past, and there's a situation in our life right now, for example, let's say you work a 9-to-5 job and you are always being asked to do more and more work. And it's this feeling of not wanting to upset your boss. You want your boss to like you. You want your coworkers to like you. But you say yes when you actually mean no. Well, what that does is it creates that guilt and that resentment within you. So this is a pattern that will keep perpetuating until you see the situation as it is and see a positive way to fill that need of wanting to have things transpire the way that you want. The key would be to say no when you really mean no. That shifts the reality and that helps you let go of that emotion because you have recognized the pattern. And becoming aware of the guilt pattern is 90% the battle towards letting it go. The awareness of it is 90% of healing it. Uriel also pulled the World card. So Uriel is saying you have the whole world in front of you. There is so much opportunity, so much abundance, so much prosperity if you would only allow yourself to see it. And that would be another pattern change. If all you see is negativity in your reality, ask yourself, okay, what in my life right now is something I enjoy? Oh, I enjoy this person's company. I'm grateful for that. The simple act of doing that shifts the energy in a very powerful way because you've already shifted your perception to something that is good and something that is not negative. It really is that easy to do. I'm going to place my hand on the World card and ask Uriel, what other messages do you have with this World card? Thank you. I'm hearing take charge. And this is very reminiscent of taking charge of one's life. Because if we keep letting other people create our reality for us, then we're giving our power away. Okay? And the number one way that other people create our reality for us is if we're blaming other people. If we are blaming other people, we are basically handing them responsibility for the life that we are living. The key is to let go of the blame, to let go of the negativity, to let go of the guilt, and you take your power back when you do that. You take your power back and you take charge of your life and you create your own reality because you're refusing to let anyone else do it. That's how powerful you are. I'm going to place my hands on all three of these cards and see what final messages Uriel would like to tell you. Thank you, Uriel. What else? Yeah, hearing step up, take charge. What else, Uriel? Thank you. I'm also hearing collaborate. So perhaps there are some people in your life that working in a team with would prove very beneficial. Working with others would be very, very beneficial right now. What else, Uriel? Thank you. Set your sights high. And when I had my eyes closed, I saw this bar that was rising. Hearing to raise the bar for yourself, but at the same time, to not have unrealistic expectations, but to think big, think bigger than you're thinking now. And when I say unrealistic, I mean to balance the spiritual aspect and the practical aspect, bringing those both in balance. Because to be honest, there really isn't anything unrealistic about your dreams. The bigger you think, the better. It's the approach to how you go about it. Knowing that it's okay to start small, that it's okay to be a beginner with things, it's okay to just create those stepping stones for yourself one at a time. It's okay to go slow. So, those are your messages from Archangel Uriel. If you enjoyed your reading, if it resonated, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next video. Bye. Hello to everyone who chose Archangel Jophiel to tell you a Christmas joke. Let's see which Christmas joke Jophiel would like to tell you. Okay, let's pull one card from 3 different decks to see what else Archangel Jophiel would like to tell you. The first deck I'll be using is the Energy Oracle deck. Thank you, Archangel Jophiel. What other messages do you have to accompany the joke you told? Thank you. We have anxiety. Next, we'll be using the Universe Has Your Back. When I lean toward love, I am led. Your last card will come from the Self-Love Affirmation deck. Thank you, Jophiel. What's your last message? I am centered in truth and peace. The universe is one of great order and peacefulness, and I reflect this in every moment of my life. Okay, so what Jophiel is showing me from the joke is the punchline about the ghost of Christmas past. So something from the past is creating a lot of anxiety in your present moment right now. And the card right next to anxiety, Jophiel is saying, when I lean toward love, I am led. So the key to moving out of the anxiety that you are feeling right now is first and foremost to do your best to let go of the past, to stay as present as you can right now. Because if we keep looking back, we keep creating situations similar to our past in the present moment. And Jophiel is saying to lean into love, and you will be led with so much love and support and guidance. It's already all around you. I can feel it very strongly. It's just that the anxiety has a tendency to override good feeling emotions, was what I'm seeing right now for you. And the key is to not resist the anxiety. That's why anxiety keeps coming back, is because people resist it. The key is to allow oneself to sit with it, to feel it, to let it move through, to focus on your breath, to come back to the present moment, to let it move through you, because the feeling of it is what actually helps to let it go. When we resist it and we're saying, no, I don't want to feel this, that is what keeps it stronger. It's like, okay, you don't want to feel me right now? Okay, I'm going to keep coming at you even harder, harder, harder. So the key is to go, okay, I recognize I feel this way. I'm going to focus on my breath and I'm going to let it move through me. That is the key into letting it go. So I'm going to place my hand on the anxiety card, and when I lean towards love, I am led, and see what Jophiel would like to tell you. Thank you, Jophiel. What other messages do you have? She's pointing out the first part of the joke. Like, how did Scrooge win the football game? So I'm being shown someone who has a tendency to get very angry at sporting events, someone who will yell at the TV and who will just really get worked up. And what she's showing me is that this is a pattern that has been perpetuating because of something that took place in the past. So that's really interesting. And she's also saying it's not just sporting events, it's also like reactions to anything where like competition is what I'm being shown. Competition, and when one doesn't win, this creates anxiety. And Jophiel is really working in your life right now to help bring more centered truth and peace, because the real essence of who we are, yes, those are feelings that are coming up, but they're coming from a place of reacting. And she's saying when you can center yourself in truth and peace, then that is where your true power really stems from. So it's not just getting overreactive in terms of sporting events. It's like when there is a disruption in your balance of how you go about your day. For example, I'm seeing also like road ragers, when things aren't in a natural progression of how you would like to see them. I'm seeing people getting very worked up and just getting frustrated. And Jophiel is saying that when this happens, it's important to allow yourself to be led with love. Now, it would not be authentic for you to not express your anger in those moments. That's 100% okay, and you shouldn't suppress those feelings, because if we hold on to anger within us, then that can fester into very painful symptoms. But the key is to not allow your anger to control you. And if you have found that people get very reactive towards you, it's because it's a cycle. And we have to make a different decision when this cycle comes up so that we can break it. So what Jophiel is saying, when these moments come up where you feel triggered, like you want to get angry and reactive, and when the anxiety comes up, it's time to center yourself in truth and peace, to take a good look at the situation and go, okay, this is how I'm used to reacting to this. My anger is valid. I am feeling this anxiety. All of my emotions are valid right now. I feel them very strongly, but how can I make a new decision here to respond instead of react? And Jophiel is pointing out this is a cycle that perpetuated in the past. I'm seeing that there are a lot of members in your family who this kind of had been conditioned and programmed into you. So to break the cycle, you have to make a decision that you haven't previously made. Otherwise, you will get the same results because you're doing the same things. What else, Jophiel? Any final messages? I'm going to place my hand on all three cards here and see what I can hear. What else, Jophiel? Thank you. She's saying ta-ta. It's almost like saying bye to something. I think she's like waving bye to your past, or waving bye to a situation that is no longer serving you right now. It's just like this very confident, like, ta-ta, see you, I'm going this way, leaving all that doesn't serve me behind. It's just like saying goodbye, moving into my truth, my peace, my love, creating my reality, because I know my power. What else, Jophiel? Thank you. I'm hearing the word regular. What do you mean by regular, Jophiel? Thank you. She's saying that you are not a regular, ordinary person. You are a powerful being who is strong, who has a lot of power within you. And she's saying that your anger that you feel, you can use that to fuel your passions, to fuel your creativity, to fuel helping make a difference in the world, if that's something you're here to do. She's saying you're not a regular old Joe. You're not a regular, you're here to stand out. You are born to stand out, but there's a very powerful lesson here that has to be learned in terms of controlling anger, how you view anger, choosing to respond instead of react, and to validate all of your emotions and allow yourself to feel all of them, because that is the key in transcending them and letting them go once and for all. The letting go of the pain, not letting go of emotion, letting go of the pain that certain emotions caused. So there's something in the past that was very painful, and allowing yourself to feel what you need to feel is how you will let it go once and for all. So those are your messages from Archangel Jophiel. If your reading resonated, if you enjoyed it, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hello to everyone who chose Archangel Raguel to tell you a Christmas joke. Let's see which Christmas joke Raguel chooses for you. Okay, let's choose one card from 3 different decks, the first being the Energy Oracle deck. Thank you, Archangel Raguel. What other messages do you have to accompany your joke? Patience. Next, we'll pull a card from The Universe Has Your Back. Oneness is my true nature. And your last card will be a self-love affirmation. Thank you, Archangel Raguel. What's your final message here? Everything I do is a choice, so I am in control of my reality. The thoughts I choose to believe right now are forming my experiences. I now listen to what I say and do not say anything that I do not want to become true for me. Thank you, Raguel. So, what I am being drawn to is the punchline of the joke, North Pole vaulting. So, Raguel is saying to keep following your North Star, but at the same time to also have patience with the process, have patience with yourself. So, in the first part of the joke, it asks, what is an elf's favorite sport? So perhaps some of you are an athlete, a competitive runner, competitive athlete in some type of sport, something where you're very active. And Spirit is saying, the Spirit of Raguel is saying to be patient with yourself, because I'm being shown if you didn't perform as well as you would have liked, I'm being shown that you have a tendency to be very hard on yourself. And Raguel is saying to be patient with yourself, that these practices that you are doing, you are getting stronger. Any mistakes that are being made, they are things for you to learn and grow from. It's all a part of your journey. Our mistakes, we can either choose to look at them as hindrances, or we can look at them as chances to do even better next time, because we know what we don't want to do with the mistake from the past. You learn from it and grow from it. It's just a matter of how you perceive it, is what I'm being shown. Oneness is my true nature. What are you saying with this card, Raguel? Thank you. Yeah, it's about teamwork and collaboration. So if you are on a team with somebody, this doesn't have to be a sporting event or a sport of some sort. This could also be working with a group of people on a project at work, a group of friends, certain people that you're new to working with. I'm seeing for some of you, Raguel wants you to know that every single human being, every single animal, all the plants, everything on earth, we are all one. And when we can get to a place where we have that awareness with everybody in our life, you truly understand that oneness is your true nature. So if there's any comparison here or any jealousy, that jealous emotion, that is a valid emotion to have. But the key is that when we feel that someone is shining brighter than we are, what's happening is that person is actually showing you your own inner light. You're seeing your inner light in another person, because we are all one. That person is you. You are that person. This is why it's important for us not to compare ourselves to other people. So I'm seeing a lot of different dynamics here of things being created, working in teams with others, and a lot of people involved, making sure you're being patient with yourself, collaborating with others while understanding that everyone has something unique to bring to the table. What this person could bring to the table is not the same uniqueness that you're going to bring to the table. But when we see people succeeding and thriving in the world, that is the universe showing us, reflecting to us what our inner light looks like, and that it's possible for everybody. There is no lack in this universe. That is one of the biggest lies told here on earth. The earth is very abundant, and when you need confirmation of that, just look at how vast the sky is. Look how vast the ocean is. Look how vast the grass is, and fields and meadows and mountains. That is proof of the abundance in the universe. And the same thing goes for money and resources and people in our life. When you change your perception that there is no scarcity, there is no lack, that everyone has their own unique gifts and abilities, then you step into your abundance, you step into your power, and the world becomes a better, beautiful place because of that perception shift. Everything I do is a choice, so I'm in control of my reality. The thoughts I choose to believe right now are forming my experiences. So Raguel is saying to be very mindful of the thoughts and your beliefs that you are having at this time. If you believe that your mistakes are defining you, that is what you continue to create in your reality. However, if you go, I believe this happened for me and not to me, I believe I am learning and growing from this, there is so much power to that statement, to both of those statements, because of the difference in the beliefs that you're having. So when you have a belief and you attach an emotion to it, that is very, very powerful. So I believe I'm learning and growing, and you attach the emotion of empowerment to that. You attach confidence to that. You attach love to that. Then you are recognizing how powerful you are in controlling your reality, because all of your choices come from you. I now listen to what I say and do not say anything that I do not want to become true for me. So if we say, I believe I'm not good enough, then that will become true for us. If we say, I am good enough, I am going to crush this time that I had last time, I'm going to beat it this time, I am going to do my best, I am not allowing myself to get bitter here, I am empowering myself, I'm moving forward, then that is what becomes true for you. Positive thoughts, positive beliefs, positive emotions. And when you are already doing what you love, the emotion of love and joy is naturally elicited because you're in this energy of love because you're doing what you love. It's very powerful. What final messages do you have, Archangel Raguel? Thank you. Yeah, Raguel is saying slow down, take your time. There's something here wanting to be rushed, and Raguel is saying slow down, take your time with this, because you will find that if you rush something, something might get overlooked here. Or I'm seeing even injuries can take place in regards to rushing something. There's a need to slow down here with something. Thank you, Raguel. What else? Raguel is saying talk is cheap. And so I'm being shown that there may be certain people around you right now who talk a big game, but the actions that they perpetuate speak louder than words. So pay attention to how people act and pay attention to energies around people while still understanding that we are all one. When we have that perception, we actually have a higher vantage point because we're willing to look upon something with, in situations, with more compassion because we know we're all one. Any final messages, Raguel? Thank you. Yeah, I'm hearing glisten, which goes back to following your North Star. So I feel very strongly you are moving in the direction of something that brings you joy. And Raguel is to keep following that North Pole star. And with vaulting, it's like that higher vantage point is what Raguel is showing me. So you have everything within you. There's just a need here to be more patient and to slow down, to collaborate with others, recognizing everyone has their unique abilities and traits to bring to the table, and so do you. And also that everything in your life is a choice that you're making, and that's how you control your reality, by the choices that you make, by the beliefs that you have, and the words that you're saying, and the emotions that you feel. So thank you, Archangel Raguel. Those are your messages. If your reading resonated, if you enjoyed it, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hello to everyone who chose Archangel Raziel to tell you a Christmas joke. Let's see which Christmas joke Raziel wants to tell you. Okay, let's pull one card from 3 different decks and see what else Raziel would like to tell you. We will first be using the Energy Oracle deck. Thank you, Archangel Raziel. What other messages do you have to accompany the joke you told? Thank you. Victory. Next, we'll use the Universe Has Your Back deck. I am the dreamer of my dream. And your final message will come from the Self-Love Affirmation deck. Thank you, Raziel. What's your final message? I speak and think positively. My current thinking shapes my future. If I hear myself using negative or limiting words, I change them. Thank you, Raziel. So, what I'm being drawn to from your joke, what do snowmen wear on their heads? Ice caps. I'm being drawn to crown chakra energy, because I am the dreamer of my dream. It has the purple color on it, and that's the color of the crown chakra, and in the joke, really emphasizing the top of the head. So I feel like your crown chakra is really opening right now, and you are getting a lot of inspired downloads and ideas for creativity. Like, the energy feels very, very good around you right now. Like, Raziel is showing me that you're understanding that you can create your own reality. And with the victory card, you're very close to achieving what it is that you want. I can see there is a little bit of work to still be done, but you are closer than you think. So continue to have faith. With I speak and think positively, this is what I feel may be holding you back from getting the victory 100% that you want. It's being very mindful of your thought patterns. Raziel is pointing out your thought patterns in the mind, and I'm also being shown that at night while you sleep, you're getting a lot of guidance in your dreams. So if you have a dream journal, write down what you are dreaming about and then reflect on that, because your spirit guides are giving you a lot of messages through your dreams. So the key here from Raziel, the key message is to be mindful of negative thought patterns that are arising. When you notice that you're having them, do your best to switch it to a positive thought. because on the back it says, my current thinking shapes my future. If I hear myself using negative or limiting words, I change them. And something really, really cool that you can do, I actually learned this from Aaron Dowdy, I believe, because I did one of his courses that he had. And in terms of negative thinking, when you catch yourself thinking, I'm not good enough, and if you hear yourself saying, I'm not good at doing something, or I'm not good at doing this, the moment you catch yourself, like, you can clap just to interrupt that thought pattern and affirm it with something more positive. Just as, no, I choose to change that thought, that belief. I believe I am worthy, whole, good enough as I am right now. I believe I'm crushing my goals right now. I believe that I am just doing amazing at life right now. You can interrupt your thought pattern the moment that you realize that you are having it, or whatever works for you. It doesn't have to be a clap. It could be anything that would help you, whatever resonates for you. It's just a suggestion to try out, and it does work. So I'm going to place my hands on all 3 cards and see what else I can hear specifically from Raziel. Thank you, Raziel. What other messages do you have? Time is of the essence. So I believe Raziel is pointing out that there's something here that needs more consistency with it. So time will continue to move on no matter what we choose to do. If we choose to procrastinate, then we will see opportunities pass us by. So for some of you, this victory is just a little short because there needs to be a little more action taken here, is what I'm seeing. And to make good use of your time is what Raziel is saying. And the more consistent you are, even if that means just spending 10 minutes every day on what it is you are working on, or whatever this resonates for you in your life, however this resonates for you, just doing a little bit every day towards it, it builds momentum over time. And it's very, very powerful. So for some of you, that's the key to moving into this victory that much more strongly, and also being very mindful of your thought patterns, because those can defeat you before you even get started on something if you allow it to. What else, Raziel? Thank you. I'm hearing all shook up. What do you mean by this, Raziel? Thank you. Raziel is showing me something from the past or something recent that has you all shook up about something. And for some of you, that's also what has been holding you back here. What else, Raziel, with this? Thank you. It's something here to do with shadow work, a darkness of some sort that you're pushing through right now. And you're getting very valuable messages about how to do this in your dreams. There's some type of a fear here, something that causes you, like I'm seeing physically shaking, it gets you all shook up. And I feel you're having dreams about this too. And Raziel is showing me that when you have this dream, it's like, I don't want to have these dreams. These are scaring me, but it's your guides pointing out that it's time to let this fear go, whatever this is, because it's very relevant in your present situation right now. What else, Raziel? Thank you. What else, Raziel? Thank you. Yeah, this is a fear that you have to face in order to move forward. You have to allow yourself to feel this fear and move through it, because Raziel has shown me that it's not as bad as you've made it out to be in your mind. It's actually something you are very, very capable of overcoming, okay? This is something that it's a fear that has to be faced. So it's time to face this fear. It's time to head into this victory. You are the dreamer of your dream, and you have a lot of amazing inspiration coming through the crown chakra right now, through your head. And remember to speak and think positively. You can change your thought patterns anytime you want. Thank you, Archangel Raziel. And thank you. Those are your messages. If your reading resonated, if you enjoyed it, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hello to everyone who chose Archangel Sandalphon to tell you a Christmas joke. Let's see which Christmas joke Sandalphon chose for you. Okay, let's pull one card from 3 different decks. The first will be the Energy Oracle deck. Thank you, Archangel Sandalphon. What other messages do you have to accompany the joke you told? Anxiety. Next, we'll pull a card from The Universe Has Your Back. Thank you, Universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. Your final card will be a self-love affirmation. Thank you, Archangel Sandalphon. What's your final message? This one came right out. I choose a bright future now. The moment I start to change, the moment I am willing to bring good into my life, the universe responds in kind. Okay, so what I am being drawn to first and foremost here from the joke is the punchline, "O camel, ye faithful." I'm being drawn to the word faithful. So Sandalphon is saying this is a time to really have more faith at this time. Faith is honestly the most powerful belief that you could have, that anyone could have, really. This is why it is emphasized so much, because when we know beliefs create our reality along with emotions. Then knowing faith is a powerful belief. When we have faith, it really does change the game in terms of how we choose to perceive things in the world. So I'm seeing there's a lot of fear and anxiety around something in your life right now. This is why Sandalphon is saying, have more faith that everything is going to be okay. Because to be honest, the way that you're perceiving things right now is not how it actually is. That's why we have, thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. So your perceptions right now about what you're seeing is creating an anxiety in your present moment because there is worries about what is going to happen in the future, something about a fear of the unknown. And Sandalphon is saying to choose a bright future now. Your future is so bright. But if we keep having anxiety about the future, then that takes away from the present moment right now. And your bright future that you're creating for yourself, it all starts in the present moment. Time is actually an illusion. Everything is happening right now. So this is why there is so much significance put on the present moment. It really does matter. So what can you do to enjoy today? Now, I do not want to discount the feeling of anxiety. That is a valid emotion that a lot of people have, and it is very difficult to let go of if you perceive it to be, okay? It's that there is an awareness that comes with faith and believing, and also having the awareness of how powerful emotions are. So anxiety is an emotion, and the reason why it keeps coming back is because of the resistance to it, okay? So as soon as anxiety comes up in people, it's a very painful feeling and nobody wants to feel it. And that is 100% understandable. I was diagnosed with anxiety in 2013, and I did the same thing. I didn't want to feel that either. It feels terrible, right? Well, the key to letting go of the anxiety once and for all and the fear is to stop resisting it. To go, okay, I recognize I'm having this anxiety right now. I choose to sit with it, focus on my breath, because when you focus on your breath, it brings you back to the present moment, because anxiety is always in the future or in the past, okay? So when you breathe, you're bringing yourself back to the present moment. You're allowing that anxiety to be there. Instead of resisting it, you're allowing yourself to feel it. It moves through you, and you actually let it go. It's when we resist it that it keeps coming back. It's like, okay, I'm just going to keep coming at you harder because you're resisting me. So the key is to allow yourself to feel the emotion and to sit with that pain, to sit with that discomfort, because discomfort is the greatest teacher. And when you do that, you will see how powerful you are at controlling your anxiety yourself. Human beings are so, so powerful. So the main message here is to have faith, to allow yourself to feel your emotions, to sit with them, to assess how you're perceiving things, and to choose a bright future now in the present moment, because what you are doing right now is creating your future. I'm going to place my hands on all three cards and see what else I can hear from Archangel Sandalphon. Thank you. What other messages do you have? I'm hearing first and foremost, take it easy. I'm hearing take it easy. So what I'm being shown is like a situation where these feelings of anxiety are coming up, but it's still, going about one's day because one has to, whether that's going to work while feeling this anxiety. I'm being shown that it would be beneficial to take a day off where you could really sit with this to let it go, because when the anxiety is there while you're trying to do your work, it can really create some mental blocks and be a major distraction. I'm being shown it be very beneficial to have a day of rest and to allow yourself to sit with it then, okay? Because that is what will really help you get some rest and rejuvenation. And this is why we hear all the time people who have anxiety and depression, they are doing their best to cope in the world because they're feeling these emotions so strongly on the inside, and then they go out into the world and they're living their lives, and people can't see anxiety and depression, okay? They can't see them. So when you're feeling it, it is 100% okay to call in and have a day of rest from work so that you can do what you need to do for your mental health and take that time to rest and recharge and rejuvenate, okay? Because there are a lot of people in the world who are suffering from anxiety and depression. Taking a day of rest when you need it is 100% okay. Okay? What else, Sandalphon? Thank you. I'm hearing trick, and I think Sandalphon is referring to how the mind likes to trick us, but I just want to confirm that. What do you mean by trick, Sandalphon? Oh, I see. I'm hearing the word jolly, and what Sandalphon is showing me is that a lot of people in the world pretend they are okay when they are not. And it's putting up a false sense of self. It's not being authentic. Sandalphon is saying it's okay to not be okay. Okay? Don't hold back your feelings and emotions. If you're not feeling well, then speak that. What else, Sandalphon? Thank you. Yeah, Sandalphon is pointing out it would be very healing to listen to music that you love. Sandalphon is the archangel of music, and it's no coincidence that he chose a song or chose a joke with that had a Christmas carol in the joke itself. The joke was actually, which Christmas carol is so popular in the desert. So that's not a coincidence. Sandalphon loves music, and I'm also being shown that Sandalphon speaks and communicates to you through music. So pay attention to lyrics, and when anxiety comes up and you're sitting with it and you're allowing yourself to feel it, also putting on some soothing meditative music or music that just brings you joy in general would really help to lift your spirits. Music is so healing, and it's because we all connect to it in one way or another. So those are your messages from Archangel Sandalphon. If your reading resonated, if you enjoyed it, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one.